Welcome to the press conference after the first 90 minutes of this game on 180 minutes. 1-0 for Östersund, and efter, sir, what do you say about game? Put it on.
Yes, I think the game we saw today was a game we were a little bit planned, with a difficult 15 minutes for us, which where Östersund was making a lot of pressure on us, where we were maybe a little bit lucky not to concede a goal. And then afterwards, being well on the pitch, being better organized, and putting Östersund in trouble a little bit to create offensive situations. And I think also in the first half we get some counter-attack chances which one we can better play. And in the second half was quite the same image we get with Östersund, for sure having a lot of possession of the ball but not being able to create so many occasions. And then some things happen in football, like a stupid ball where we are in possession to lose it our 25 meters, and then at this level we are punished for it directly, and Östersund score. Then we get the second yellow card for Medikirch, getting red card, and even at 10 players we were able to create some interesting offensive situations, especially the header from Sami Haji for the second post. So today we are a little bit disappointed of the score we get today, but we know also that we get all our chances for qualifying for next Thursday.
You are a strong home team.
The last 2 games in the EuroLeague we were able to win at home, and how do you say, there's a French word to say jamais 203, never 2 without 3. We hope we're going to be the same.
Okay, Graham Potter, you're in the lead. Do you have to sum up this game?
No, I sort of agree with Jeff. I thought we started well. A couple of opportunities, half chances, and then probably the sort of the occasion and the sort of stress level was probably a little bit high for us. We a few counter attacks, a few misjudgments, a few unnecessary giveaways in areas where we would normally be a little bit better. We sort of huffed and puffed a little bit for the first half. We changed our front 4 a little bit after the 30 minutes just to try and get a bit more movement in our front play. Had a good chance from that, but nice for us to score off a counter press. So the possession sort of can sometimes when the opposition have the ball off the regain, it's actually when they're vulnerable. So it's nice for us to sort of react well and get the goal. But overall, it was a game that sort of I expected as well, in terms of a really well organised team with good football concepts. They used the striker well. They were good footballers, a real collective unity and a collective spirit. So it was a tough match for us, which we thought before the game. I think over the course of it, we're happy that we're 1-0. We're happy that we've got a clean sheet, and we've got a lot of work still to do.
Question to the gentleman.
Kirch game before he gets sent off. What's your comment on his performance tonight?
I think you make an analysis of the whole team, and I will never do an analysis of an individual analysis of a player. I think you can understand this. A little bit unlucky that he was sent off, but he was like other players doing well on the pitch. But he has to be more concentrated, especially when he has a yellow card, to get his concentration more on the defense, especially when you have playing a left back, and then sometimes it's the energy which is missing from getting back, and you make a stupid fault which you don't have to do, and you are sent off. But the compensation from the 3 players getting in, compensation the 1 player on the missing, was the quality of the spirit inside this team.
You told us yesterday that you knew Östersund's players well. Was there something that surprised you in today's game?
I think what Graham said, and we make the same analysis, and I think before we were prepared both to having this game. So I don't think there was any surprise neither for them nor for us. And football at this level, it's often decided in the transition: offensive, defensive, defensive, offensive. And I think for the second leg, it will be exactly the same.
Graham, what do you think about Basharud's performance today?
Yeah, he was probably our standout player, I would say. Great finish. Surprised that he gets that far forward, but a great goal and a great reaction from him and Hassan to get the goal. But his overall play was of a good level.
Considering you didn't have Sam Godos today, what do you think about your way of playing offensively today?
Yeah, I don't think it's anything about individuals. It's more collectively. There was a lot of errors from our perspective, a lot of misplaced sort of decisions, and you have to sort of understand the players to a certain extent. Human beings understand the situation. The home tie isn't so straightforward. And like I said, against a good team that were well organised, we didn't quite play as we normally would. But that's credit to the opposition, and also an understanding from our perspective that we have to improve.
How would you compare this game to the Galatasaray games?
Well, of course, no disrespect to our opposition, the size of the club that you're playing against is completely different. But I said before the match that Fola Esch have got a clear identity of how they're playing. They're really well organised. They use what they have really, really well. So when you're analysing an opposition or the game, you don't look at the size of the club or how many supporters they have. You look at what's happening on the pitch, and they've won 2 matches in this competition. We have a lot of respect for them in terms of how they're playing. So we knew that it was going to be a tough game. It's a different tough game because we're now the supposedly favourites, and that has its own challenges as well. So you have to, psychologically, there's lots to deal with in a football match. But from our perspective, it's an equally tough game.
Did they surprise you in any way in their game today?
No, I agree with Jeff again. It was sort of at this level, and you watch people, and of course, a game of football, you never know. There's always things happen in a game of football. You can't sort of predict everything. I wouldn't say that, but all that I saw before the game, all the work that Jeff's been doing, you can see. And it's like I said, we know we're in for a tough game, and we're halfway there, and we've got a lot of work to do.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next week. It's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry.